Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Oh, Rebecca, you're sick? Well, thank you for being here, Rebecca. We will certainly pray for you. Hey, Quint, how are you, man? Yeah, Chef, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, you guys will definitely pray for Rebecca, we want her to feel better for sure. Thank you guys for being here on my live, my first Streamyard live. I didn't think anybody was going to be in here. I didn't schedule it till 7. I didn't think anybody be in here yet, so. So I thought I'd just goof around a little bit. Quint, what's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, I hope she feels better too. Yeah, everybody just kind of chill out and say hi to everybody. Hey, can you guys hear me? Can anybody tell me if you can hear me or not? Fresh meat. I'm fresh meat. I'm the new guy in the cell. I'm the new guy in the pod, right? I'm the new guy in the pod. Can you guys hear me? Is my mic working? Hello? Anybody? McFly? Anybody? You sound great. So you can hear me, Quint? Okay, cool, man. All right, enough of that. Should be about 7 o'clock. People should start coming in here pretty soon. Excuse me. Drunken Chef says loud and clear. Okay, what's happening, John? Hey, Russ. Hey, man. Hey, Russ. Thanks for coming in, dude. It's my first StreamYard Live, dude. Thanks for being here. Let's get a toast to all those who are with us and all those who have left us. All those who have left us, say aye. Aye. So yeah, Russ, if I could get out and do a cook, I'd be out on my my big pit, man, for sure. But no can do, Bob. No can do. What are you guys up to tonight on Tuesday evening? What are you guys up to? Am I just like a little strip like I was the other day, just a little comic strip, or am I like full screen for you guys? It shows in my thing that I'm horizontal. I got my phone horizontal. I'm doing all this off my iPhone. So am I just like this little bitty strip, or am I like full picture for you guys? Full picture. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. Absolutely. Let's play. Let's play. Let's pray for Rebecca, you guys, so she gets to feeling better. Okay. We could all use some hope and prayers in our life. You guys know that, right? So let's see, what time is it? It is okay. We still got 5 more minutes before anybody comes on. So, or more people come on, I guess. I published this for 7 o'clock. So I appreciate all you guys coming in early. We'll wait till some more people come on. I got some things to talk about. I want to share with you guys for the channel, upcoming things. So I wanted to share that with people. We'll wait for more people to get on. You guys do know what time it is, right? You do know what season it is? It is candy corn season. You guys know that, right? Candy corn season. I don't know if anybody I don't know if anybody else eats that garbage other than me, but I like it. Hey, Timmy. Timmy's Story and Vlogs. Young lady, I did some research on you. I know you're not a boy, so there you go. Thumbs up to you. I know you live over in the Philippines. So yeah, so now I know that you are a young lady. I watched some of your shorts, some of your chit chats you got going on over there. So thank you for being here. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Quint says, I do not like candy corn. Most people don't. It's not really good for your teeth. It's not good for your blood or any of that. But I do like it. I do like it, yeah. No orange juice and tea, huh? Yeah, did you guys hear that Loretta Lynn passed away today? Did y'all hear that, or is that a rumor? I think it's I saw it on YouTube earlier today that Loretta Lynn died at the age of 90. Did anybody else hear that today? Loretta Lynn, man, she's a national treasure, you know? I love me some Loretta Lynn. So she did pass away today. We know she's up in heaven with Dewey, her husband. who preceded her in death. So we're going to pour one out tonight for Loretta Lynn, coal miner's daughter. Here we go. Loretta Lynn and Dewey. Old Dewey down there, Dewey. It's going to be all of us one day, guys. Remember that. We're all going to die. We all have an expiration date, you know. But that's okay. We got to keep partying. We got to keep partying until it is our time to go. Russ, I could just hear you singing "Coal Miner's Daughter" in your South Mississippi voice. Come on, Russ. Russ, let's bring you up on panel so you can hear that. You want to come up, Russ? I'm not going to put you on it. Anybody wants to come up, let me know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, but if anybody wants to come up, let me know. And I'll bring you up on panel if you want to come up. Let's see, let me hit this guest button here. Thank you, Timmy's Stories and Vlogs. Thank you. Participants. Okay, so I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody in the basement, I don't guess so. Yeah, her and Conway Twitty. Yeah, Louisiana woman, Mississippi man. That's right. Yeah, so anybody wants to come up, let me know. Just get in the basement. I'll invite you up. No problem. I think I know how to do it now. We're going to wait. We've got 5 in here now. We're going to have more people coming. Excuse me. And then we can kind of talk about what we're going to be doing for the channel. Great. I think my dogs are throwing up. Jeez, hold on one second. Let me go let my dogs out, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Are you all right? You're not throwing up. Are you going outside, Mama? Come on. Here, Starch, you go outside too. Come on. You want to go outside? Come on. Thank you. Okay, Russ, you said don't see a link. So if I hit guest here at the bottom, my first time on StreamYard today, guys, like an hour ago. So if I hit guests, little icon, it says invite a guest. Invite guest to the broadcast studio. Send this link to your guest. Oh, yeah. So that's it right there. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So let's copy it. Let's just see if we copy it. Okay, if we copy that. Okay, so it's copied to the clipboard. So copy the link and paste it in the chat. Okay. Well, how do I do it in the chat? It's not, oh, I got to go to the top, don't I? All right, let me go to the, no, new comments. Huh. Post comment. Yeah, okay, there we go. Post comment. We're going to do that. And we're going to do this. We're going to paste that. And we're going to chat. Okay. All right, guys. The link, yeah, the link's there now, Russ. I'm sorry. Such a rookie, I know. Lewis. What's up, Lewis? Yeah, trumpet master. Rock on, bro. Yeah, man. The link's up there, guys. All right, there's somebody just popped in the basement. Let's see who it is. Oh, look at there, old Russ. Come on up here, Russ.
What's up, man?
There you are. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I just got back from a video shoot over at my son's place in Mobile, Alabama, and just got home and I'm transferring footage from the SD cards to my folder to where I can start editing in the morning. So
okay,
fun.
Okay.
How you doing? Would you after you back surgery and everything?
Oh yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun recovering, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'll tell you what, I wake up every day. My back's always bother me, but at my age, I'm not going to do anything about it, man. I got bad hip, bad back, bad knees, bad everything. I wouldn't even know where to start if I went to a doctor. I just need like a complete overhaul.
Right. Let's see. Start comment. How do I pin it, Russ? It says start comment, put user in timeout, block user, no. How do I pin the Streamyard deal? How do I do that?
How do you what now?
Pin it to the top of the conversation.
Oh, I don't know. I don't use StreamYard. I go live once in a blue moon and I just do it through YouTube. Well, hi there. My name is Russ Jones. And hey, man, I lost you. I can't do this by myself. Where'd you go? Well, while I'm waiting on him, I'm going to grab a beer. I tell you what, I did learn something today that I never thought was possible. And that is...
Yeah, I kicked myself out.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I went to my son's house and I didn't bring no beer today. And he had these PBRs in a bottle. And I was parched, man. I think we already done our second pizza. And I'm like, God, you got any water, you know? So you want a beer on it? Yeah, I want a beer. I normally bring beer, you know, but today I didn't because I do better in front of the camera if I'm not drinking. But we were done pretty much with the video. So he gave me a beer and he gave me this, or one of these, cold in a bottle. And tell you what, it wasn't too bad out of a bottle. I've had them out of cans and I could not drink that crap. But out of the bottle, like, dang, that ain't half bad and a whole lot cheaper than even cheap beer, you know? Like,
I'm such a big fan.
Hey, let's drink one for Loretta, Lynn. Why don't we?
There you go.
Smokey, I'm such a big fan.
Zyda Kate, how are you, man?
How are you doing, guys?
Doing good, man. Appreciate it.
I'm such a big fan.
Thank you.
He's talking to you. He can't be talking to me. I don't have any fans.
I like you too, man. But, you know the link, right? You have to post it in the comments, then you click the 3 dots next to it, and I think that's how you pin it.
Okay, let me try that. As today's my first day doing this, so let me try that.
Yeah, you might have to do it on the YouTube browser though, not StreamYard.
And you can put it in the description of the live stream.
Well, yeah, but then that'll kick me out again, won't it?
Oh no, yeah. There's like a little edit button over there, and you can put it in the description. It won't kick you out.
Well, I'm in my phone. I'm doing this in my phone, so it's not getting.
Yeah. Okay. I think you had like a computer or something.
Yeah, computer gives you a lot more options. I'm limited on my options here.
Oh yeah, and there is a lot of trolls, and they might come up and do some, porn bomb and all that. You know,
it's okay. Pick them off as soon as I get here. I do know how to do that.
Yeah.
You gotta click it. Like you see how there's like 3 dots next to my name down there, right? You can ban them or kick them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know. I just want to help you out, man.
Okay. Well, thank you. I need the help. I appreciate that, dude.
You're welcome, man. Hey, hi to everybody in the chat. I love this guy right here.
Yeah, Russ is a cool dude. Thanks for being here, Zyda K. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
See, look at that, Rush. You're drawing people to my channel, so appreciate that, brother.
I seen you on. I said, well, heck, man, I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm just swapping footage. You know, I was swapping footage when I first come in here. I still got more to do, but they can wait. Yeah. I won't start my edit till tomorrow. I just get everything loaded in my software. Then tomorrow I'll spend all day, and I'm hoping to get it out. I have found out on a couple of recent uploads that if I post my video kind of late, like 8:30 at night, my time, or 9 o'clock, all of a sudden, pew, that thing shoots to #1 out of the previous 10 videos. It happens every time.
Really?
It don't last long because it's getting later at night and people go to bed. I wake up in the morning, it's two out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10, but as the morning progresses, right back to 1. I think that's the time I need to post on all my videos, kind of later at night. I have no idea why, but it's worked so many times to where it's made a believer out of me. You know, just a late post. And a lot of people sit the next day, then that thing goes right back to #1 out of the 10 or the 9 previous videos, you know.
Right. Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I try so many different things, just trying to find the right day, the right time. You know, there is something to it. You know, I guess eventually it doesn't matter. If you get picked up in the algorithm, then it's going to send you off anyway. And if you don't, it don't, you know, which most time it don't. So,
well, I think if I read my little letter from YouTube correctly, little email I got, I think they're going to start pushing shorts. You know, they're going to be
Yeah, they've been trying to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and try to get on that bandwagon. And from what I heard, I watched a video the other day that YouTube still, out of all these other platforms, is #1. You know, even in that realm. And I'm like, that's hard to believe. So they're really pushing it. I have no idea how they're making money, but they're trying to figure it out. And they're talking about starting to run ads in front of some of the shorts. But the catcher to that is like, you got to get 10 million views in a certain time frame to even qualify. I'm like, that's not going to be many people. And they'll probably lower it in time to where more people can. They're in the business of making money. So, you know, they can't make money unless you're making money.
Right.
So they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I did start a shorts channel just for shorts. I don't want it on my main channel. You know, it's just, it don't really belong there. I don't want it hurting. I don't know if it messes with the algorithm on your full length videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't get the views like my bigger videos do. Some of them do, but not that they're short lived. I get like, when one does hit, it's like 2 days, bam, it's on fire, and it's gone.
Yeah,
it's over. You know,
what I think it does, I think it helps you to get visibility, just because people, and it also what I've seen it do is it draws people that wouldn't normally subscribe. They see that they see it come up across on the page, but if it grabs their attention, they may go to my playlist to watch another video or two or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get a sub from it. Yeah, I picked up a couple subs here and there just off shorts, you know.
And that's the only reason I'm doing it. I've got the content. It's already made. So once I get through my full edit, I'll chop that thing down to where I'm not even shown in the video. Maybe at the end eating something, you know, at the very tail end. And I fast forward everything anywhere from 2 times to 4 times its regular speed. I'll put some sort of music behind it. And it's just a quick idea of what the full length video is about if you want to go over there and check it out, you know. And so I do it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and my personal Facebook. I don't do it on my Smoker Is Facebook because that's actually being managed by another company, and they have blown that page up. That page, my Smoker Is Facebook, has, last time I looked, was like 642,000 followers on that page. And they do all the content on there. They take my content, they make shorts out of it, or, you know, reels for Facebook. They do a full length video, but they shorten it down even too. They chop it up a lot and put their own flair to it, and they're in control of that. So I had to do it on my personal Facebook. But I got my personal Facebook public to where it reaches more people. And it's all in an attempt to drive people to my main YouTube channel. That's what it's about, you know. But that's how I'm doing that.
Yeah, I just saw somebody in the basement that I didn't recognize and it looked like a spammer, so I didn't bring him up.
Oh, okay. Who was it? I didn't. Well, I can't see what you're seeing. No way.
No,
Probably.
I'm not even going to mention. Just did not look legit, so I didn't bring him up.
Okay.
I don't want to mention because they're probably watching, and
yeah,
it's sad. You know, I looked at joining TikTok, but you know the same thing. It's there's spammers galore over there. You know, China owns TikTok. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I stayed away from TikTok for a long time, and just recently, back in May, I went to Memphis in May with some buddies, and Brian Ducharme is actually who I drove up there with, and man, he just loves TikTok. He's spitting out these TikTok videos, and he does it all on his phone. You know, while we were up there, every day he's sitting there spitting out these little short 10-second videos, and he just loves it. He used to do YouTube videos, but he said that just wasn't growing fast enough for me. I done grew up to this on TikTok. I said, "You making any money with it?" He goes, "No." I said, "Okay, you just doing it for the fun of it?" He goes, "Yeah, that." And he has his own business too. He's just throwing the word out there. So, okay. So when I got home, I started playing around with it. And next thing you know, I started an account, and I'm like, well, heck, I got this footage that's already shot. My video's up. Why not, repurpose that for other platforms that I really don't care about, So that's what I've been doing since the beginning of June. I know.
Lewis, come on up here, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Get your ass up here, dude. I come up on your shit. Come on, man.
TikTok is a lot of fun. I tell you what, I started watching it a lot right after that. And next thing I know, I'm sitting there staring at this phone for like 2 hours. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't go down this rabbit hole. And I make myself not really look at all that because it'll captivate you. And next thing you know, you're just sitting there scrolling through, and it's like, what did you learn from all that? Nothing. I did not learn anything. It's just entertainment more than anything, you know?
Hey, Scoggett, how are you, dude? Scoggett's real cool, man. Yeah, Lewis, I got you, man. She's got the room. You have to go. Gotcha.
I don't watch or do TikTok. I don't blame you. I got it, but I got it for a reason, a motive, you know what I'm saying, behind it. It ain't because I like TikTok. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I'm not much of an Instagrammer either, to be honest with you,
I've never actually logged into TikTok. I don't have an account, but every now and then some of those videos come through my Facebook feed, those shorts, whatever.
Yeah.
And some of them are funny, and I could probably do something stupid, stupidly hilarious, kind of like Stale Cracker does, a cooking thing, and make it real stupid where people, maybe it'll go viral if I do something stupid enough.
Yeah.
Start moonshine or something, make it water, but tell everybody it's moonshine. Just start acting all goofy.
Yeah. Yeah. That Stale Cracker character, he knows what he's doing. He really does.
He's a cook, man. He's a cook.
Yeah. You can tell he knows, but it's still more on the entertainment side of things, And that guy got huge. Somebody left a comment on my main Facebook, my Smoke Your Res Facebook the other day. Yeah, just a Stale Cracker wannabe or something like that. It was on one of my crawfish bowls. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? I've been around way longer than Stale Cracker has,
Tell him I'm Stale Cracker's daddy.
I'm not near as big as Stale Cracker out there in social media, but I've been around a hell of a lot longer. That guy was still in junior high when I was starting out,
Cracker calls me daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like his stuff. He's, but he just caught a little niche. And I saw a little interview with him. He's a really down-to-earth guy. He's got a big family. And
yeah,
he just, he's kind of like Donnie Baker. Donnie Baker hit it big. Donnie Baker's just a cool, down-to-earth guy too. He's just, he just happened to be at the right place at the right time, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens every day, Even on YouTube, you get certain channels that you're to the moon, man, like Guga Food.
Yeah, Guga's huge, man.
And I remember when he first started that second channel, and he's below me. then all of a sudden this guy started taking off. I'm like, whoa, look at this. And I said, that can't be legit. That's what I'm thinking. Then he soared past me. Now he's like over 3 million. I'm like, good God. And it's like,
I don't know how they do it, man.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Edward, the trash talker, how you doing? I don't know how they do that, where they just catch traction like that, and boom, they're gone.
Well, one thing, they have a team of experts that know all about search engine optimization and how to do everything just right. And I don't know squat about that. All I know is what I've learned over 10 years of doing this by myself. And my son's my camera guy, but he's not much help on the other aspect. Editing, I do all the editing myself. As far as trying to get it out there, all that's me. It's a one-man show. So I feel pretty good for the success that I've had, actually, based on that. Just, I know a little bit about it. I used to build websites, actually, back in the 90s. And I know a lot about SEO back then, but all that's changed, man. That's old news. It's totally different,
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, Russ. If I really cared enough, I could probably just hire a team to do all this for me. But then here's my thing. Then you're not getting me, right? So you talk about editing. I don't edit crap.
Yeah.
Hit play and I hit stop. Whatever you get is what you get, and you're getting me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like it, don't watch. I don't need you. I'm not ever probably going to get monetized. If I do, it's going to be about $100 a month. That doesn't even keep me in bottled water. Okay. So I don't care. I'm not in this thing for the money. I do it for fun, to meet people like you guys, people I've watched on YouTube and appreciated and respected long before I became a creator. I just enjoy cooking. I have something to say. I want to say it to people, hopefully teach somebody something along the way, like you guys have me, and just pass it along.
Yeah.
I just steward, man, of cooking. That's it.
And that's what a lot of people do. They do it for the enjoyment of it. It's just more of a hobby. And that's really how I started out. It's been a hobby for a long time. And, I worked a full-time job all the way up to last November. And, it took me 10 years, but I finally got this channel up to where it made enough money monthly to actually support me, and so that's all I do now. And I do have sponsorships and things like that, because YouTube by itself is just barely enough. You know what I'm saying? Even after 10 years, but I might have a lot of subs, but I don't get views from that many subs every week. I get way up under what is actually subbed to me, which sucks, Yeah. But, it's just the way it is. Times of the year, it's just now starting to turn around. You can expect an upswing in views from really now all the way to December. It's going to be an uptick. And then after December, after Christmas, it's going to fall off for about a month. And then it's going to crawl back up into the spring, all the way to about through all of June. And then July, August sucks. That's my worst months for barbecue. The only thing that might do fairly well during that time is seafood related, for me. I'm talking about for myself. This is after 10 years of analyzing this, but I take it more serious now, because I do, this is my living. And if something went away with that, I'm not drawing my Social Security. I'm not doing any of that until I have to.
Right.
And one day I'll reach an age where I can't keep doing this. I'm not far from it, to be honest with you. I'm 63. I'll be 64 in December. I mean, I'm only 6 years away from 70, so think about that for a second. Even though I still look pretty good for 63 years old.
Hey, Charlie Seasall, how are you, man? Thanks for coming in, Charlie Seasall. We appreciate it. Goggin, I'm reading everything that's coming across, guys. Keep it coming. Trumpet Master. Yeah, so seriously, Russ, it's like I told you when I first met you. Actually, I didn't even really know you back then. Or a few weeks ago, really, a month or so ago, I told you what a big fan I was of yours. And I don't BS people. Look, I've met some people that have been a lot on TV or whatever, barbecue pit masters. That's fine and dandy and all. And I tell them if I appreciate the work or if I appreciate their personality. If I don't like them as a person, I don't give a crap what they do for a living.
Right.
I'm about the people. I've always been a people person. I've always been in food sales. I own a couple of companies. That's what keeps me afloat. I don't do this for the money. I'm in a rock band as well. You know, I do what I want when I want. And if I didn't want to do YouTube, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, Russ, I'm used to just grabbing something and making it successful pretty quick. And YouTube is showing me that, hey, that we ain't that kind of deal. This for me has been and I've only been doing it less than a year, but man, it's been really tough just to get my numbers, you know.
Yeah.
It's been tough, but to meet people like yourself and some other people who are really cool. Tom Garvey, you know, the keto, real good friend of mine. I talk to him almost daily. You know, My Green Lawn, Frank over there, really cool people that I appreciate that I was watching well before I started this channel, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I've always said that YouTube is not a get rich thing at all. Some people do actually make millions off of it, but that's far and few in between. And you got to be in it for the long haul. You know, it's got to be something that you make up your mind. This is what you're going to do. And you're going to have another source of income if you're wanting to make it into a full-time job to get you to that point, you know, if you ever get to that point. I've started with a lot of different people. A lot of them bailed out 2 or 3 years ago. They had enough. They just wasn't seeing the growth. You know, it's just that they finally gave up. And I've always hung in there regardless how I do. I just keep doing it, keep pushing, you know.
Welcome, Tom, to our humble chat. Tom, to our lovely panel.
How you doing,
Gentlemen?
Tom?
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing good, man. Good to meet you.
I hear you. Nice to meet you, Russ. I've seen you a couple times in different chats and stuff like that. He's the champ right there. Hey, I just Kevin, man recipe kitchen or kitchen recipe man's kitchen recipes. Kevin. Out of New Mexico.
Yeah. I'll watch him.
Great channel.
Yeah, it is.
He just did a review on a 5600 monument griddle, little gas griddle, and he put into that they were going to give one away. They were going to give actually a couple of away. They were going to give one. I just got notified I won.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I live in Vegas. I can't win nothing.
That's fun.
Matter of fact, I won a set of spoons that I did it myself. So I'm going back and forth with the guy right now. I guess from the owner of the company.
And, that's awesome. Camp Chef makes that, don't they? The monument.
I'm not really sure. I think so. Kevin did it. I mean, put it together a whole bit. And it was.
I haven't watched that video. I've seen the thumbnail in my feed, but I've been busy and I hadn't gotten around to it yet. But I normally watch. I really didn't know who he was till like a month ago, and I started watching him. He's got some Lone Star Grills pits and stuff like that, and that's really what kind of tuned me into him.
Russ, you know what I like about his channel? At night, at the end of his videos, it shows him covering his grills and putting everything to bed. Like,
yeah.
That cracks me. I mean, that's come on, that guy's dedicated.
Oh yeah.
I did that, with Tom, but my grill cover melted.
Did it? Mm-hmm. You got to shut everything off, John.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, you got to put everything off.
Dude, it takes about a day for my pit to cool off. When I cut down all the dampers and the intakes, it takes about a day for that thermal mass to cool down.
I was saying hey to Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin.
Oh, he's cool, isn't he? Mega Fred.
Oh yeah, man. He was commenting on my videos 10 years ago.
Was he really?
He really was. Yeah.
So he's the one that turned me onto Scoggett, the Scoggett onto me. And Scoggett's really cool. Scoggett's a chef, man. He wears his little chef's coat. You know, Tom, you'd like Scoggett if you haven't seen him. And he knows how to cook. You know, he knows how to cook. So I appreciate that. Look, there's Frankie. Frankie, you want to come up on panel, dude? Come on up, Frank.
Fred Zeppelin, what's up, bro? Dude, like you, John, you doing all right, kid?
Our treasured home. Hi, Russ. Hello. How you doing?
We love our treasured home. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Trumpets in.
Yeah, we tried to bring him up, but he wouldn't come up. Chef, where's Drunken Chef? We bring him up here.
Yeah, he should be. He's around.
Dude, I'm putting thing of his on everything. That rub, I've been dumping it on everything I make. If I'm making a bologna sandwich, there's some of his rub right there, you know.
Okay, I just sent away for the new one. He got just after the month.
Oh yeah. The
Wore a
new,
gas mask on
holiday.
it. My wife says to me, "Are you nuts?" Okay.
Yeah, man. I got to use my new pizza oven for the first time today.
How did that go?
That went very well.
What'd you cook?
I did. Let's see. I got a couple of pictures here.
I commented on that too, by the way. Your video where at the end you said, "I got my new baby today," and you were showing it off. I said, "Man, some whole chickens with rosemary and those things would be great."
Oh, I'm gonna do all kind of things. I did pizza because it's a pizza oven, and I had to start with that, right? You know, but okay, there's just a photo. I'll show you this one. Now that's just a pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
That turned out really good. And then I did what I like. I wasn't going for any kind of Italian margarita or all that stuff because hey man, I live in South Mississippi. We like pepperoni.
Yeah, man.
And we also like
And
let me get to where that picture is. Let's see. All right, this is a Philly cheesesteak.
oh yeah, babe. Now you're talking.
Man,
You're talking Tony Roney style, son.
that pizza dough, that was a 48-hour cold ferment pizza dough that I started 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah, and it cold fermented for 48 hours. And today I formed them into pizza dough or, pizza crust. And I actually made the pizza. God, it was so airy, light. The edge, you seen how big it ballooned up. It was just it had that nice, soft, crisp, but tender and pillowy on the inside.
All right. You're killing me. You're killing me here.
It was like a really good French bread almost, man. And it had that nice chew and pull to it,
That elasticity from the
the gluten. Yeah. Yes, a high gluten Tipo 00 flour, which is a fine grind, high protein. Perfect, man. I was very happy the way that turned out. I did 2 of the Philly cheesesteak and 1 pepperoni.
You didn't eat all that, did you?
No, I didn't. It was me, my wife, my son, his daughter, his son, and his wife.
Look, Frank. Frank says, "I'll be right back. Going to make a pizza." Do whatever.
But man, that oven blew me away. I have been freaking out because I used to do pizzas on Kamados. And I would do them at 700 degrees, 750 on the stone. And I would always burn the bottom on a Kamado. And I have been researching this oven, Fontana Forni. It's, let's see, what's it called? It's taking me forever to even pronounce this Italian word, but it's a Mangia Foca. It's their medium-sized pizza, and they have a large, a medium, and a small. I've got the medium size, which is perfect for us. And so I got it up to a little slightly between 700 and 750 on the stone. So I'm like, well, here goes nothing, man. That bottom turned out perfect. I'm like, check that out. And it couldn't have took, that first one I did took probably 1 minute, maybe 1 minute and 45 seconds. I'm sitting there steadily turning. Back, I'm like, oh my God, this is cool, but it was so fun. Then the second one, I moved away from the fire a little bit to where I could have a little bit more time to control it. You got that heat wrapping over it. And then that stone's just doing what it does, and I was just freaking out thinking I was going to burn the bottom of these. And the only thing I've got to do is figure out a better, other than just using the same flour to slide it off your pill, because that flour goes beyond that pizza and that flour burns.
That cornmeal, you're talking about cornmeal.
Well, I've used cornmeal in the past. It'll burn. The other flour that they use, the
bench flour?
No, what do they call that? The other, it's a little bit coarser grains, But anyway, I might use that next time. But it doesn't matter because none of it sticks to the bottom. There was not one burnt taste on this pizza whatsoever. You just got to brush all that stuff towards the fire in between pizzas, because you get that flour residue around it. You got to brush all that off.
Oh yeah.
Nothing under the pizza burns. Nothing, and it's just like, man. But
if you keep that peel under that pizza, Russ, keep that pizza dancing, you won't burn the bottom. Just keep it dancing.
Oh, it's not going to burn. It's just not. And they actually
okay.
they actually make a stone that is a Biscotto stone, or I forget the other name they call it, but it's actually handmade in Naples, Italy, out of clay and volcanic rock, and they form that, and you can get up to 850 to 900 degrees and never burn the bottom. Just the makeup of that specialty clay or whatever,
Wow.
And I might add that at some point, but instead of redecking the whole thing, what I might do is they got the big pizza stones made out of that. And I might just put the stone in there if I want to do a really high temperature cook, like 900 degrees, and just, so.
Even if you're going to cook some, meats or something in there, if you want to, that stone works out perfect. I used to use that on my Kamado. I did a double one on my Kamado, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put a double stone on there.
Okay.
Get that thing really heated up, and I tell you, you'll have no problems. Just to make breads on there and stuff. That was before I became a real fat guy.
Yeah, I want to do breads in this one as well. And I've done breads in my Kamado years ago. I did some French baguettes. I did white bread, but I would like to venture off into like sourdough loaves and things like that. I'll probably end up doing that upgrade and get those stones to where I got more range on it. Yeah. These stones that come with it are up to 750 degrees is really the stopping point on them. I want to, and it, it's easy to maintain 700 degrees, 750 without overshooting it. Very easy. And it holds for a while, it's just like, this thing's going to be up and down, up and down. It wasn't. Because let me tell you, once you get saturated with all the heat, that thing's got 5 inches of insulation from the inner wall to the outer wall, 5 inches. And once you get all that built up with heat, man, it's sit there and held at 700 for the longest time. I'm like, man, this is almost as easy as dialing in a Kamado,
Like the boneless leg of lamb, Russ. How about that?
Oh, I've got a whole list of things I'm gonna do. I want to do a salted fish where you encase it with salt. It's like an oven in an oven,
Crack it.
I want to do that in the near future. And I'll be doing quite a few videos. I've got to do other videos in between because I've got other sponsors and whatnot, But yeah, I'm really looking forward to firing that thing up again.
Russ, I'm stalking B&B Charcoal right now because I use a lot of their products. Competition mini logs is what I cook with on my smokes because the log lasts longer.
Oh yeah, they do, man. I like those.
So they're on my Facebook page and they're always putting out videos. People send them and I'm like, okay, well, here's one of mine. Here's one of mine. I'm like, I want to do something with y'all. I want to do something with y'all. I want to do something with y'all. And then I'm always shooting them links to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And they keep responding like smiley face, thumbs up, but I never hear from them.
Yeah, they work. Well, I don't know who all they work with, but I know a lot of your competition barbecue guys that are on the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
They're supplied with just tons of B&B product. I reached out to them about 2 years ago, and they said, "Yeah, that's coming up soon. Go ahead and send us your rate card and blah blah blah." And like what it would cost for content. And I'll say, "Hey, you just hook me up with a few pallets of your product, and there is no charge. I'd say me bukus of money is the way I'm looking at it. Never heard back from them. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I've worked with Fogo before. They sent me charcoal for like 3 years in a row, and then I don't know. I just kind of got tired of working with them. I never reached back out to them, and they never reached back out to me. And I've done a lot of videos using their product, so that was kind of the end of that.
Hey Ed, how you doing? Ed the Trash Talker?
Sourdough rules. Yes, it does. I love me some sourdough bread. The best grilled cheeses, in my opinion, are done on sourdough bread.
Killing me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting happy.
The keto cook, man, he's all about. He's anti-bread, and here we are talking about bread and pizza.
No, you know what I'm doing. I'm switching gears a little bit, just a little bit, because people get tired of it. You know what I mean? I mean, people say, "Oh, it's not sustainable," or anything like that. But I'm like 20 carbs or less, and I had to because I had type 2 diabetes. I mean, I was 2 pounds away from 300, and I'm just was miserable. Look, I'm going to be 68 in a couple of weeks.
Wow!
And
you look good for 68, man.
I turned all my numbers around. First time in my life, first time in my adult life, my blood numbers are. The doctor looked at the paper, looked back at me, and looked back. Man, he says, "Yeah, you doing all right? What are you doing?" I said, "Keto." Holy crap! He says, "That's not sustainable." I said, "Well, let me know when that kicks in." All right, but I mean, long story short. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna gradually just put a little bit in, little carbs here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't want anybody to feel that it's that restrictive when you first start. Sure. Yes, it is. Okay, but once I'm going on a year, over a year. I've been almost since June was a year, so I'm year and a couple months over. I feel great. I feel really good. I'm not stopping. I cut back a little bit. I'm doing like 2 videos a week, but my whole point is I'm not preaching it. I'm not saying you got to do this, you got to do that. Okay, I'm just showing everybody what I cook. That's all.
Sure.
This is how
there's a lot of people interested in that. With me myself, I'm a fat guy. I'm not over obese, I don't think. But for a guy that had sit on his butt since last November, my only exercise is really getting out and shooting a video. I think I'm doing, but I don't eat a lot either. I'll probably get more from that than I do anything, you know.
Hey,
but
Shane, thanks for being here.
I could never live without bread. Oh my God. It's just like, that's one thing. I love bread and I love cheese. Cheese, I know you can eat on a keto, but I like to two combine together. That's why I love pizza. I'll go in there sometime and just make cheese toast, throw some sriracha on there, just a snack, midday snack.
It doesn't take much. And the thing of it is, it's not hard, because once you get to the point where I lost 54 pounds, like I said, I got my numbers back. That's all I wanted. I didn't care if I stayed, the weight I was and everything like that. And I'm happy with it. So, everybody, you're going to cheat? You're going to go back into it again? No, I got to see what my blood levels do.
Sure.
Okay. Just like when I smoke something or anything else like that, I got to watch what I put on it, because a lot of hidden stuff. There's a lot of different names that they use for sugars and stuff. So when I, do the rubs and stuff like that, like Steve, Uncle Steve, he assured me, I'll send you out stuff that, won't. And that's what it's all about.
Sure.
Everybody, come together a little bit. And I'm a happy guy right now. So,
yeah. Well, I was going to say, I used to work out avidly 10, 11 years ago. I was a gym rat and I was fit, and I could literally eat anything I wanted because I worked it all between my day job and stayed in the gym for 3 to 4 hours every afternoon. I would work major body parts one day, the next day I'd go in there and work those major parts, and I'd focus on. I was always in the gym, and I was eating healthy, I mind you, because what I was doing. I was eating a lot of fish, a lot of protein, but I'd still have a cheat day where I would just engorge pizza. I mean, a whole pizza. I would just tear it up. It never affected me because it was in moderation, once a week, or it wasn't always pizza. It might be Chinese or whatever, like lo mein, or whatever my cheat day was. In between that, I ate a lot. I ate all the time, but it's a lot of nuts, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, but always a lot of protein because I was working out hard. Mm-hmm. But since those days, all this I had up here went down here, and I'm not near as healthy as I was back in those days. And it's my diet, I know it is. It's what I eat. It's not how much.
Hey, Russ, there's 3 things that I love to eat. And it reminds me of one of your, actually 2 or 3 of your videos you did in the last year or two. Shrimp, and more shrimp. Okay.
More shrimp. Yep.
Gulf browns or Gulf whites. Or
hey, Fred, see you later.
Key West pinks. Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have to totally agree with you. People ask me a lot of times, what's your favorite food? and it always ends up back on seafood because I was raised right here on the Gulf Coast in Mississippi. I live in Biloxi, which at one time was the seafood capital of the world,
Yep.
back in the 40s, I think. But it's just like I was raised around it. That's all we did was eat seafood and fish and all these things. I really didn't get into the barbecue world until after I had done left the house. It was just country cooking and seafood. It was one or the other.
That's what we had. We had a seafood restaurant, steaks and stuff like that. But my biggest seller was I did 200 pounds of lobster a night.
Wow!
Every night, 7 nights a week.
My goodness!
And we did prime ribs and prime ribs, steaks and stuff like that, shrimps, oysters, clams, and stuff like that. And it was a rat race, but I mean, we did all right with it. So, I mean, I got to the point where, because what we used to do is steam the lobster, split them in half. A lot of people didn't like the roe. So we would take that out and then we'd stuff it and then put it up under the broiler, some wine and butter up under the broiler. I cracked so many lobsters that my hands, I started becoming allergic to the iodine.
Oh, okay.
My face, my ears would get, my hands get itchy. I'd start scratching. I tell my brother, next, you're up. I got to take a break. But
did y'all have a restaurant or something? Or
oh yeah. We had a full blown restaurant. Actually, we had the place since 1970. My brother did, and then we opened up. We sold twice, and then got it back twice, and now they still have it. Yeah,
got it back.
Wow.
We had a guy pay 18 months, gave us like a couple $100,000 down, okay, and paid for 18 months and walked away from it.
Oh,
and nobody could make it.
That's money in the restaurant business. Sell it and they default. You get it back 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, my brother would call me. You ready?
Where's that at? What part of the country?
It was on the East Coast, up in New Jersey.
Okay.
It was right up by the water and stuff like that. We would have mostly Maine lobster, but I got them out of Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Okay.
And I had a 500-gallon lobster tank. People would think I would get, depending on what kind of time of the year, I would get checks pound and a quarter. Okay.
What did you get, lefties?
Well, then what would happen is, once you get away from like February, you start get back into like November, December. Then what you get, what they call culls. Okay, they're shedders, and they would lose a claw and start growing it back. But you could get anywhere from a pound to almost 3 pounds of a cull. So it would be a mix and match. You know what I mean? And then oysters and clams and stuff, mussels and all that, flounder. We did all kinds of stuff.
You're speaking my language, man.
Flounder, baby. Hey, let me tell you something. I can get down with some flounder.
You got that right. Heck yeah. But you're a Florida guy, so you're all about seafood too,
So I'm from Daytona originally, but I spent a lot of time down in the Keys, typically the southernmost points down there. And we would get, like you're talking, Tom, lobsters. We'd have people go out there in the bays, jump off their boat in 12 foot of water, and they're bringing in blue lobsters, no claws, what they call Caribbean lobsters.
Mm-hmm.
And there were no claws on them, but man, you pop the tail out, or you could just split them down the middle like you're talking about and put breadcrumbs in there and all that. But shrimp, you want to talk about shrimp, flounder, when they go further out, you're talking about your groupers and yellowfin snap or yellowtail snapper. Oh man, yeah.
Mahi, man.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Let me grab a beer. I'll be right back, guys.
Somebody get on the flat top, man. We got to get to cooking. I'm hungry. Look, Russ is going to go make us some shrimp. Look.
I got to.
Shrimp, look.
I thought he was going to pull his pants down because the other day he was saying he got a hairy ass. I said, I don't want to see that.
No, I thought he was going to shrimp.
I got to.
Oh, he went to go open a beer. He pulled a beer out of his drawer. That's for Loretta Lynn right there, baby.
That's right. I can't believe that, man. She lived a long life. I've watched that movie Coal Miner's Daughter probably 3 times since they first come out with that.
Swee's in here. Hey, Russ, say hi to a good friend of mine, Swee ABN in the chat. Will you say hi to him?
How you doing, man? Swee ABN. Okay.
This guy up here, Russ, in your upper right-hand corner, is like a barbecue / seafood legend of YouTube. Guy down below is just a legend, period, for whatever reason you want to call him a legend. So
there you go.
He wants to come play blues at your barbecue joint, Russ.
Today I was a pizza legend.
Yeah, pizza legend, yeah.
Ain't it funny how you get involved with doing the barbecue and stuff like that, and all of a sudden you just, you know what? I'm not eating barbecue today. I'm going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
You know what Russ, today, you know what I had? I had a bologna sandwich with mustard. That's it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do that a lot, man.
I was so happy to get it. You cannot imagine.
That's the kind of food I grew up on, living at home when I was a kid. I'd go in there and make me 2 pieces of white bread, fresh, bologna, mustard. I might take some Ruffled potato chips and crush those potato chips on top of that. And then, oh, yeah, the crunch of the potato chips, the bologna, the mustard. I was in heaven, man.
Hey, Sheena or Sweet, either one of y'all want to come up on panel, hit the link, and I'll bring you up from the basement. Scoggett, you want to come up? I think I can have 6 people up here, 3 more slots.
I'm gonna figure
Wee's
out.
a good Texan boy. You guys like him. He's a guitar swinger. Really good musician. And he's Army. I think he's in the Army. You're in the Army, right, Sweet? I think, yeah, he's Fort Hood. He's Army. Active duty, I believe.
I was about this close to finally getting to meet Jack Sonny. They came down to Pass Christian, Mississippi over the weekend, and he messaged me on Facebook and said that he would be in the area. He was wanting to see that pizza oven I just got because he's also big into food and cooking and everything. Do you know who Jack Sonny is?
I know the name.
That is what they refer to as the other guitarist of Dire Straits back in the day.
Well, that's after Mark Knopfler fired his younger brother. But yeah, originally Mark Knopfler's younger brother was the other guitar player, but they fired him.
And that's when Jack Sonny, he made that tour.
Correct.
And but you can go to YouTube and just type in Jack Sonny, Dire Straits, and you can see a lot of the concerts and all that he was in. He wasn't with them that long, but still it's pretty cool. But he's a very cool guy. I mean, he's knocking on 70 now, but he was in the area and we never got a chance to hook up. But maybe one day. He lives in Mississippi, North End. He's from like Philadelphia, I think, or whatever, but he kind of settled here because of the like the crossroads and the triangle that runs from New Orleans up to Nashville and back down, that music kind of where all that started. And that's the reason he's in this area. He's just so into music and he wanted to live in that Delta area of Mississippi. And that's where he's at,
Hey, Swee and Sheena and everybody, I just shared the link there. If anybody wants to come on, just click on that and it'll bring you down the basement. I'll bring you up on panel if you care to join us. Not every day you get to hang out with Russ Jones. Russ Jones and Tom Garvey. So I'd take advantage of that.
So now I got to clear the air here. Okay. Remember I said I don't have any luck at all?
You're really a woman? Is that what you're going to tell us or what?
No. They said I won the griddle. Spam.
No.
Man.
I just got a note. I just got a note from Kevin. Don't answer nobody. It's not going to be announced till next week.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, good thing I didn't give nobody no information on it.
You got that right. That just shows you people are lurking around listening to everything,
Man, that's terrible.
Yeah, it always cracked me up. I mean, I'm going back and forth with them right now with not with YouTube, but just I can't for the life of me understand. I am so short of like 60 something short of 1,000. Okay. I'll go up 4 or 5, down 7, up 4 or 5, down 7. And it's getting to the point where it's starting to aggravate me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you deal with certain people hit back and forth. And I just think that this whole system should change. You know what I mean? If I'm going to subscribe to you, okay, hey Russ, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. You okay it, okay? Now, if I want to leave your channel, okay, I got to also send you, hey, I'm leaving. It's got to come to you, so you know that I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and just do it that way. This is crazy because it's $1 billion operation, YouTube, and all they're doing is they're keeping you going, me going, okay. For, with beans, and they're making tons of money off our stuff. I got one right now. I did egg life wraps. They're saying hello to you, Marie.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
And it's tapping 8,900 views. Okay, I ain't seeing a dime from it. So I turned around and I contacted Egg Life. I said, hey, listen. I said, I got a couple videos up. Okay, matter of fact, 17 that's involving your product. So here's the deal. I said, can you at least give me a break? Let me buy them wholesale from you. Just give me some kind of break. You know what they did? They sent me out $1 coupon.
Oh my God.
$1.
$1, you come home.
You'll hear $1. You go home now. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
That is
really?
Crazy.
So,
yeah, YouTube's changed. You're talking about it needs to change. It's changed a lot from when I started. I mean, totally different. I'm struggling after 10 years more than I ever had, which I understand. I'm growing old on YouTube and everything. And a lot of people aren't watching me because there's new faces, new channels. And these guys, seems like there's so many channels that start off like professionals. I never was a professional. I started off with an iPhone 4 phone with video and audio. It sucked. Those videos are still up there, And if you want to see a difference, go back to my first video and go all the way up to probably my most recent video and just look for yourself how I've grown over the years, But my point is they have changed a lot, and it's not just that either. You got a ton of people doing it now. COVID had a lot to do with that. A lot of people just landlocked in their homes or whatever for however long, and that's when a lot of channels popped up. A lot of competition out there that you got to fight through. But
it's in one token. I mean, do I want to get monetized? Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, I'm not doing it for the money because you're not. What are you going to make? They want to send me $1 coupon. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So
well, that depends on the size you get. I'm living proof that you can get up to a level to where you can get a lot more than $1 coupon.
Yeah.
I mean, that pizza oven I cooked on today, that was sent to me from Fontana, California, made in Italy. I did not pay for that pizza oven. Matter of fact, most of the pits you see on my channel, I did not pay for any of that. Yeah,
but you earned it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you put the time in and stuff like that.
People say, well, you're getting it for free. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm having to work for this. I'm using their product on my videos, and I don't do that with just anything. You know what I'm saying? I've got to know that it's really a good product, first off, something that I would buy if I had the money, but like Maul said, if I would have waited to ever get the money, just a working guy, blue collar worker, to buy an offset like that 5 years ago, I'd still be waiting. I would have never done that.
Let me stop you right there if I could, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what attracted me to your channel. I saw you cooking out in your front freaking driveway years ago. And I said, no, that's my kind of dude. You're doing shrimp boils out there. Like I said, you were one of the first Lone Star Grills guys that I saw. And I went to the market to have one built. And I have one now because of people like you and Malcolm Reed and, what's his name down there? T-Roy and all those guys, Baby Back Maniac, Justin and all those guys.
Sure.
But I remember you out in your front driveway.
Yep.
And so I was like, I like that because that's like me. There's nothing fancy about me.
No.
Fancy. I mean, I want to do that. I think I'm going to do me a channel like he's doing because we're about the same age, and
Sure.
we've been cooking our whole lives. We want to kind of share that with people. But you got, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands. I got like 25 viewers, so that's cool. Whatever. I don't care about making money. I just want to share my craft with people. And here's the thing, Russ. If I could carry that one step further and actually put my product in everybody's mouth and it wouldn't cost them a dime, I would do it all day long.
Oh, yeah.
I would do it all day long, just so they could eat good food.
Sure. Yeah, I totally agree. And, I've had a lot of comments. You're talking about the driveway. People say, why do you cook in your front yard? Well, that was easy. I have a garage. Door opens. All my cookers, or most of them, are in there.
Yep.
And it has no back door. So it's easy to roll it out, set up, shoot the video. Does it really matter what the surroundings are? Your front car go by every now and then. It just didn't matter to me. And most people never said nothing about it. But every now and then you get a comment like, is this guy really cooking in his front yard? Yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm in a subdivision. There's nobody around. Who cares where I'm at,
If you served them something, they wouldn't say nothing, right?
And that's really, after all these years of doing that, it's the reason I now shoot over at my son's place. And all that is a deck that had a top on it. And he put up some fake walls, really. These walls could be taken down in 2 hours. It's more of a prop. And that was mainly to block the sun. That wood you see back there, this side here is wide open. All we do that for is to where we don't have to constantly adjust cameras, the ISO, the light and everything. Everything is more constant. We got us some cheap lighting. I paid like $46 for 4 LED lights going around there. Throw a few things up on the wall. Bam. Just that easy. You got a little stage to shoot with. And it could all, if we had a hurricane, he would have to take it down because that ain't lasting. That house would be there, but the rest of it, no. I already told him, I said, all them pits are going to have to go into your house if we have a hurricane. I said, don't leave them out there on that porch, man. I said, the offset, you're not going to hurt it. Leave it right where it's sitting. I said, everything else that we can get inside, get inside.
And that's another thing, Russ. My cooker's so heavy, you can't run it through the grass. I mean, it'll go down in the grass. I mean, it's 1,700 pounds.
Oh, I know, man.
And if that thing goes to tipping over, you just better run away from it.
Yeah.
I want to stop it from tipping over.
That's the reason I ended up getting that off-road package, which they did not offer when I first got the pit. 2 years later, they come out with the off-road package, and Chris Goodlander sent me that off-road package. And back then, they sold for like $800 just for the wheels and the stuff to bolt up to the bottom of the frame. I got a video where I'm jacking it up and putting those.
I saw that video. I saw.
Yeah. And man, next thing I'm doing, it's still hard to move through grass, but it wasn't bogged down. It was just heavy, That pit, I got a little one, 900 pounds, over 900. It's like 926 pounds, I think. Yeah. And that's not including the weight of the wheel package. That's just pit, And so I strapped it to that 0-turn lawnmower we got with a strap, and I'm pulling it around to the backyard in that video. I'm like, yeah, buddy, that'll work,
That's how long I've been watching you and Grumpus.
There's Triple B Barbecue. Mike's in the house.
Triple B.
Triple B is in the house.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
If you want to come up on the channel, dude, just hit the link. You can come up here if you want, man.
Yeah, come on in here, Mike. Mike's going to be on one of my videos coming out this month. I actually shot the video back in June, and that's the first time I actually got to meet Mike. And I did 2 edits on this video. The video was actually shot for Two Guys in a Cooler YouTube channel, and which he's primarily all sausage.
I like that. I like that channel, actually. Two Guys in a Cooler. I watched it. Yeah.
And he invited me a year ago if I wanted to be part of the following year, Celebrate Sausage. It's 31 videos throughout the whole month of October, 31 days, and he's already into it. I think the 4th video come out today or whatever day it is. What is the date? Yeah, 4th. His 4th video come out today, and I think I'm number 15 or 16 on the list, and just as soon as mine airs on his channel, then I'm releasing it to my channel. I had to change the intro, but Mike's at the end of this one. Just a shout out for him,
You see what Sleeper Barbecue saying?
I did. Dude,
What? He's funny. So, what's wrong? What's wrong with this picture? You have a guy on a diet out in Vegas, a hippie from Texas, with a bad back and a Mississippian wearing an astronaut t-shirt,
A redneck
drinking
from
beer.
Mississippi. Heck yeah, man. It's a
And
motley crew right here.
Motley crew. That's it. Drinking cold beer from Loretta, Lynn, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and some PBR.
Some damn Coors Light down there.
Now, Russ, in the bar we had exclusive to Budweiser. Okay, they would give us. I mean, I would get probably 100, 156 cases a week delivered. Okay, and we went through a lot of beer, but the prices, all of a sudden, the prices went nuts. So what we turned around and did was, I got a deal on Pabst Blue Ribbon. So we had one cooler that just didn't work, but it held, I think, 50 cases. So we would put the Pabst Blue Ribbon in there and just bucket ice into it and keep it going, keep the cooler full with ice.
Good night,
And
Nan.
by the next day, all the PBR labels would come off and we'd hand them out blank beer looked just like Budweiser. Yeah, this is good.
They'll drink it anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was back in the rock and roll days.
Yeah, that was Mike just texted me, said that he's at work right now.
Oh,
And he said that he was busy at work. He just stayed in the chat. So that's cool.
all right. That's cool. Hey, thanks for being here, Mike. Like I said, I never knew how to work the Streamyard thing. I just went on today. I talked to Tom privately earlier, and I go, I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to look it up. And I just kind of, I don't know, super glued it together, and here we go,
Yeah, looks good. Sounds good. You'll get everything worked out, John. I mean, it's just a matter. Hey, I shot a whole video for this. I got involved in this last chance cook-off. Okay, I figured, what the hell? I'll get it. I don't mind it. Most of the people I knew were sub to. I shot the whole friggin' thing in slow motion, and I couldn't reshoot it because we sat down and ate. We ate the dinner. I made lobster, shrimp, seafood, and I smoked it. I put a light smoke onto it, and we sat down. We ate. I told Marie, I'm going to go in and see what this thing looks like. I was like out of my mind with it. So it had to be 10 minutes or more. That was the rules. Okay. And I told the guy, I said, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I got to get it fixed. I said, it turned out a 10-minute video turned out to be a documentary. So, but then trying to put everything together.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this stuff. So speed it up and then try to voice over it. It was like a joke. It took me a week to get it squared away. So,
yeah, I tell you what, I learn daily when it comes to trying to sew a video and edit without keeping people to getting bored, just keeping things moving along, jumping around, and people's attention span just went down to zero. I can have a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Which I could probably never do a 2-minute video, but if I did, they would watch 30 seconds. If I did a 10-minute video, they would watch 5 minutes. They're going to watch half of what I actually do. That's what YouTube shows me, the retention. Your average retention, viewed minute is always half of what the actual video is. And now I notice it's starting to get even lower. It's just like, my God.
They don't even want to watch a 15-second short.
Yeah. It's just like, what is wrong with people nowadays? It's like when I watch a video, I look for longer videos. I like 25, 30-minute videos. The reason being, I'll go full screen. I've got my sound over here. I've got a couch right behind me, and I'll plop down on that, and I'm watching just like I would something off of TV.
That's
what I was raised around TV. I prefer those longer videos. I don't like just sitting there constantly just taking all this in and not learning anything. So
I would work 18 hours in the restaurant, but I would set my VCR up and they would have Justin Wilson and a whole bunch of other ones coming up on PBS. I come home from work, sit down and have a couple nice scotches, and that's how I'd fall asleep. How y'all are?
Yeah, how y'all are? Yeah.
I mean, that's to watch, one after the other was great. But now, today, I mean, if you get somebody, and you can catch them too, because you can catch people, I'll throw a couple of little things in there, and there's only a few that pick up on what I say and stuff like that.
Well, I think what happened was MTV quit playing music videos. and then TV Food Network quit playing, real cooking shows.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happens. So if you go on TV Food Network, all you're going to see is game shows. There is no more MTV, but if you did, it would be all stupid real life drama crap.
Yeah.
What happened to people, man? We don't have the Julia Childs. We don't have the Justin Wilsons, the Jacques Pepin. We don't have those around anymore. That's what's wrong with you and I can't make a decent video to get people to watch it because, people like us don't exist. I mean, we're just old.
That's it. The older people can prefer that kind of content. What you just said, today's world with the masses, it's just like attention span of nothing. Yeah. It's like they don't want to learn nothing. Mm-hmm. When I research something I've never done, like this video today, man, I cannot tell you how many videos I watched because I could never find a definitive answer on this particular oven, even through their channel or their website, where to run this thing for a certain style crust. I use a Neapolitan style crust.
Nice.
And then finally I started hearing it. I'm like, okay, they're all leaning towards the max for those stones, 750 degrees, 7 to 750. I said, I'm going to be a little cautious. We're going to do it at 7. And I think it leveled out like 720 is when that first pizza went in. And I'm like, oh, hell, this is nothing, man. This is easy. Spin it around, and like super fast. My son was just blown away. And I'm like, okay, but all that research paid off because I was going to do it like at 600, which would not have worked. That was not hot enough, and not for that style crust. If you was doing a big, thick pan, Chicago style, and a pan, maybe so, you know, but not that particular crust.
So I got from Kevin. He told me, there's spam out right now, and they're saying people won, and they got 3 or 4 people. They're looking for PayPal accounts and stuff like that. So I went back and forth with this bird on my text.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't give him any information. So my last message to the guy was this: "You get shit, you red bastard. You hear me?"
I get emails all the time, man, saying you have violated YouTube policy. We are closing your account. Please click this link to. I'm like, whatever. First thing I do is reach up there from where the email originated from, look at the real email address, and it's something not even YouTube or Google related. That's your first clue, and I don't comment back or send nothing back. I just delete it in the story. I have gotten them all the time from Facebook too. You are in violation of this. It was here about a month ago. I kept getting them for Amazon. I'm like, I don't care. Close my Amazon account. I really don't care. I'll just open another one, but it wasn't Amazon, at all. It wasn't originating from them. Like, what is your angle, dude? Just leave me alone.
Yeah. I mean, what cracks me up too, Russ? I mean, it counts as a click no matter how you add it up. But somebody gives you a thumbs down. I mean, come on. Really?
I get them every video. Some of them, quite a few.
I'm like, well, okay, whatever.
I laugh like hell. I'm saying, what would possess somebody to click on, to get that satisfaction to give you a thumbs down?
Because that's it. They got satisfied knowing they thumbs it down. And I get them every video. And I used to say, hey, the more thumbs down you get, that's the sign of success. You're doing it right, I
mean, it's just mind-boggling to me with some of the stuff that they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I've got YouTube allows you to add block words in there. Like if people comment and use vulgarity and profanity and things like that, certain words, and I'm adding to it all the time. Somebody throws something that gets by, I'm like, crap, I got to add that to my block words. But if you got these block words, it's hidden until you have a chance to look at it. Some of them I can let go. It's just somebody like, oh man, that's some damn good looking whatever, just the word damn or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to approve that. But if this guy's like, you're a effing idiot, or whatever, what are you, retarded?
Yeah.
And this, that, and the other, that's it. You had your one and only chance. You're blocked. Yeah. If you get another account, I'll just block you again. Yeah. I can do this all day.
Hit the button.
I mean, making the video, people don't realize, I guess, But here's the other thing. Most of the people that I have are creators.
Yeah.
I rarely have anybody who just goes on YouTube and once it's mostly other creators that are doing it. So we're actually like satisfying everybody else. We're all clicking and liking everybody else's stuff. It's on the rare side that I'll get somebody to say, I'm really trying, weight loss. Well, hold on a minute. I'm not a doctor, number one. Number two, this has worked for me. Okay. So I want to clear the air with that, because you got people out there that just want to troll. Okay. And then turn around, and people live off of lawsuits.
Yeah.
So I try to clear the air with that, and I just cook what I cook. And that's it. That's works for me, and
sure.
Go from there. Right.
I've seen a few channels that I can think of right off the top of my head that started off, their channels like doing pretty much what I do. And then they got on these keto diets or some other diet or whatever. Then all of a sudden they're throwing that content out there to their viewers, because that's what they're doing now. That's their lifestyle, which there's nothing wrong with doing it, but they shift gears midstream from what people are watching to that, and people are like, oh, I don't know. Next thing you know, they bail on them. But if you start off a channel doing that, that's totally different. People subscribe to you because that's what they wanted to watch from the get-go.
Yeah. And just like I look at it this way: cooking's cooking. You got fire, you can cook anything. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
No matter how you add it up or what you're doing with it. When you start pushing your product or pushing your stuff on people, you're going to get a lot of blowback with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my thinking is just like in the restaurant business. Okay. Our thing was seafood. Okay. Seafood and steaks. I used to do 10 to 15 109s a night, prime rib. Okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, the 200 pounds of lobster, some nights we'd run out. I mean, early. But I never turned around and said, you know what? I'm going to start doing this, or I'm going to put this up because the guy down the street's doing it. We stuck to what we do.
That's right.
And that's it. Just like doing this right now with the I make my own sausage. I do all this, all this stuff like that right now. I do. But in the restaurant, we didn't play with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get people who get very used to what you do. So it works. Worked out.
That's true, and I wish it's kind of like something we said earlier. My family was eating this pizza, and my son Derek, he's like, "My God, man, this is good." Talking about the crust, he goes, "Man, this beats Domino's, Pizza Hut, everything that he had growing up." I said, "Oh, it's way better than that." And and I'm sitting there telling him, actually, I would compare it. I don't know if y'all have a Marco's in your area, but that light, airy crust, that's what it reminded me of. I would compare it closer to them if I was going to, compare it to like a franchise style pizza. Yeah. I would compare it to that, but probably better, But my point is, Pizza Hut used to be like my all-time favorite. They're thin and crispy. It had a certain malty flavor to it. I just loved it for years. And over the past decade or maybe longer, I can't even eat them anymore. They suck.
Well,
now, is it me?
No, you wanted that red tablecloth they had in there, and the pretty girls bring you that pie.
I don't know what it was, but my wife says she knows somebody that was kind of big into pizza. She said they did change everything, trying to compete with Domino's. Domino's changed their whole crust and everything. And they burnt themselves. They closed all the sit-down restaurants around here. Now all you can do is order out. They deliver it. And it's just like, I ain't wasting my money on this no more. It sucks.
No, don't forget, because you go back a little bit in our time. Okay. You go back to where it didn't cost them anything to make the pizza. Yeah. Okay. The flour and stuff like that. Now you got specialized pizza, 00. Fast acting yeast and all this stuff like that. I mean, a year ago was the last time I got a video about it. The last pizza I made at home. I felt like playing taps, before I was going to start this. Yeah. And I used 00 from Italy. Okay. Yeah. And it was like $14 or $15 for that bag of flour.
Yeah.
My wife's Italian. She says, "What happened? Why? We
Yeah.
use bread flour. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What all this crazy stuff." So yeah, you're right. I mean, Domino's. Remember when Domino's was 30 minutes or less?
Yeah.
Where you got it for nothing.
I sure do.
You know how many free pizzas I got from Domino's?
We were direct.
I did too. I remember, man. That's like when they first started.
I'm old enough that I remember we had sit-down Pizza Huts, right? And Russ, to your point, that was the deal. There was a jukebox in the corner. It was a family environment. I still remember the beautiful red vinyl.
A good salad bar with that creamy Italian dressing.
Beautiful salad bar.
Night out.
Gone are the days where you could get a good pie, even if it's carry out. But right over here at the corner, I could walk to a place over here, guy from New York. He's Albanian. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. He's been in that same location. I can walk there from my house. He's been in business there since 1987. Friday night, I ordered a pizza because, I can't really go out right now. I ordered a pie delivered. Now, his pies are really expensive, guys. This large, and it wasn't the extra large, the big, one that's 5 feet across. It was about 3 foot across. It was $30 for a what they call the old or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But no mushrooms. Let me tell you, you want to talk about the crust and the cheese that he uses. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm sitting there eating this pizza. I'm going, wait a minute. Now I've eaten this pizza 100 times. I'm eating this pizza. I'm going, fuck, that's good. I ate half the damn pizza standing there by the. It was so delicious and so good. And I'm like, the thing was, I was ordering just pepperoni when I was ordering his pizza. This was the supreme. And I don't know what the difference was, but man, that cheese tasted different. The sauce tasted different. The crust was a little bit, it's all thin Neapolitan crust like y'all are talking about. But it was just, I don't know, it was just perfect. And I stood there and I'm folding these pieces over like I'm in the Bronx. I ate half this jumbo pizza standing over the sink. I couldn't even breathe. I'm eating so fast.
Yep. Joe Killer Miller's here.
I'll be honest with you.
Killer Miller, y'all seen his stuff, right?
Who, Giller?
Killer?
Heck
His
yeah.
backyard is like a resort, man.
Heck yeah. Hey, I just watched him make brisket sausage the other night. He did a good job on it. First time doing it, but he did a really good job with it.
Yeah, Sleepers talking about pizza. They used to have that buffet. I used to hit them buffets all the time because you can get this pizza, get it all on your plate. You hit the salad bar. It's just, man, it was good, but some days are gone. Their pizza stinks now. I hate that because that was a big part of my growing up and, really all the way up to like a decade ago. I don't know when it changed, but it changed. Like that crust started tasting bland. It used to have like a malt flavor to it. And that was gone. Everything about it was gone. It wasn't as crispy. It was more soggy and floppy.
Yeah.
Manufactured yeast is what they're doing. Is they're manufacturing it.
You're
now.
right. That malty flavor came from the yeast, so they would keep that yeast alive. Keep it alive. Keep
an active run.
Using
it. Hey, Lance.
Keep the mother alive, and then just add to it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's
Lance
exactly right.
Lance just said, Tom, I saw a keto dessert book today at the thrift store. Leave it there, Lance, because it's bull crap.
But there's a new Netflix series that I've watched probably 3 times leading up to today's video, and it's all about pizza. It's a really good thing if you're into those Netflix type documentaries. But I mean, it don't really tell you much about how they do this and how they do that, but I enjoyed watching it, a lot. But some of the top pizza places in the world right now, but I don't want to get too sidetracked with it. Like I said, this pizza oven, I had to start with pizza, but I'm going to be showing how to do all kind of things because when it comes right down to it, it's an oven. It's a wood-fired oven.
Bro, we need to throw some yard pimp up in there, man. See what I'm saying? Throw some yard pimp up in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Stale Cracker calls whole chickens, yard pimp.
Yeah. I've got, like I said, I probably got 12 to 15. I don't know exactly. I keep ideas in my notepad on my phone. And I just put them in there every time I think of something, and I'll probably scratch through some of them, but I want to give it a fair run of videos over the next year, then, but it won't be every video. It's going to be maybe one a month, something like that.
So I would say a boneless pork loin. I would say a boneless rolled and tied leg of lamb.
Yeah.
Where it's all opened up like an envelope, right? So it's take the netting off and open it up, and it's all flat, like spatchcock.
Right.
Season all that real heavily, and then roll it back up. And you can tie it. You don't have to use a jet net, but tie it together and put it in your oven and do it like that.
If you can pay for it. I just seen a pound, it was almost 2 pounds of lamb. Okay, it was the shank that they took away from the bone. Almost, it was like almost $61. It's ridiculous. Lamb's ridiculous.
Yeah, everything is right now, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll be honest with you. The first lamb I ever eaten outside of a gyro, like going places, was the lamb I did back last winter. I did a video for SNS. I did the lamb chops, a little rack of them. Mm-hmm. Then on my channel, I did like it was a take on a gyro, but it was actually done with buns and everything, and that was really good. I enjoyed it.
Lamb, we used to do rack of lamb all the time. Leg of lamb when I was a kid. I mean, grew up on it, but
see, I didn't. My mom never cooked lamb, and it was nothing a protein that we partook of. So
yeah.
It was kind of new to me, just within this year. Maybe it was the latter part of last year. I forget.
We used to take the lamb and slit it, okay, and then drop some garlic in it, sliced garlic, put that in there.
Yeah.
A lot of rosemary and, serve it with mint jelly and stuff like that. It did, I remember back in the day, it did have a little different taste. Let's put it that way. And I guess that was all it was all peasant food.
Yeah.
I was telling John the other day, I mean, brisket, you go back in time, okay? Brisket was the cheapest cut of meat you could get.
Yeah.
So was a ribeye.
Yeah.
So was ribeye. Ribeye was like, forget about it. You have too much fat. You can't eat fat. Ribeye, they pushed off to the side. But brisket was like peasant food. Jewish people, Irish, Jewish people actually made corned beef. Wasn't actually the Irish. And corned beef and pastrami's out of it. And they used to take the point off the top. That was the pastrami, and the flat on the thing there. They would cook the living hell out of it.
Yeah, they also used the cut they call the navel of beef.
That's the brisket, yeah.
So I mean, it's different takes on it. And what happens is these meat companies, they took advantage of it. They said you can't even to get a corned beef that's already done. It has a different taste, different taste from what I'm
used to. It does,
Carter. Guys, I used to sell wild game and exotic game and all that for a meat company I worked for. We sold 3 different types of lamb. We sold domestic, which came out of Colorado, farm raised. We sold a Australian rack of lamb, and we sold a New Zealand. New Zealand was the 10 to 12 ounce racks you see in the grocery store. Australian, forget about it. Way expensive, a little bit larger. Those racks are going to weigh about 1.5 pounds. You're never going to find those in a grocery store. Do I have something stuck right here? I don't know what's going on.
And no, then, I don't see nothing, man.
And then the domestic rack of lamb.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm still listening, guys. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second.
With the fat cap on and French to the eye, right? You could French it to the diamond, which is right below the eye, or French to the eye. Those racks would weigh about 2 pounds each, Tom. Every one of those had a different diet. They were raised. One was raised in Australia. One was raised in New Zealand. One was raised in Colorado. They all ate differently. They cooked differently. They tasted differently. And the domestic lamb was even USDA graded, Tom, like beef is, like prime grade lamb, based on marbling, muscle conformity, bone ossification, and the size of the calf that it came off of. It was really interesting. The lamb is really, really, it's not one size fits all lamb. I don't like lamb. You don't like lamb because you only had one piece of lamb. You haven't had
it. Exactly. I love it. I mean, let me tell you something. I used to grill it all the time. We grilled it I mean, the chops and stuff like that, it ain't nothing better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there again, I don't like to get into conspiracies, which is it's not. But it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder why the prices have changed so much. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, one of the biggest things we did was leg of lamb because it was the cheapest cut and it fed the most people. And you could get really creative with which direction you wanted to take it. You could go Mediterranean, you could go Southwestern.
Yeah.
But my favorite of all was the lamb loin is just like the musculature is just like a cow. The loin is a T-bone, right? You have a tenderloin on one side and a strip on the other. They would bone that strip out and you would have what's called lamb loin stripped to silver. In other words, it would be a strip loin and they would trim all the cap fat off and they would leave that silver skin on. So they'd make the chef pay for the silver skin. Well, the chef would take that lamb loin was probably 12 ounces. He'd take that silver skin off and you'd have 100% yield on that lamb loin. That's 12 ounces. You treat that like a pork tenderloin, 12 ounces. You grill it real fast, season up, grill it real fast, make a nice balsamic reduction, fan it out on the plate. And you're talking about, $49 entree that cost the chef $8.
Yeah. I just picked up yesterday. I picked up 4 pork tenderloins and they started at 5 and change up to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't beat it. And then to look at it, tri-tip. I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
One tri-tip. I got 5 for under $50. It was at the one place I got to. It's choice, but I mean, still good enough for me. But I got 5 of them for under 50. Okay. And it was like a half sale there. But this one store, tri-tip, one piece, $41.
Yeah. What it is, that stuff gets popularized not only through YouTube, but like brisket. That became very popular in Texas when everybody started cooking brisket, right? Prior to brisket being like the Texas protein, it was beef clod back in the day. They didn't do brisket. It was beef clod. And it wasn't until people started trying brisket and smoking it and seeing just how good it was that even gained popularity. And a cut that they used to just about give away now costs an arm and a leg, And it's only because it's like tri-tip. Everybody wants tri-tip because you see it everywhere. It's on all your cooking shows. It's on YouTube. It's on all your, it's just like, this is crazy. So it's a marketing thing,
So I seen 2 rests. I seen a silver tip. Okay. I mean, you could pick them, I don't know, maybe 10 pounds, I guess it was, or 8 or 9 pounds, whatever it was. You could pick them up for almost nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're $39 now. What the hell?
Well, see, that's like my next video. I've got to have a bottom round flat. Bottom round is probably one of the toughest cuts. Yeah. It's on the leg of the animal.
Mm-hmm.
You got your front round, your bottom round, then you got your eye round that lays in between that. Well, I need a bottom round flat to do this. So I called a local butcher right down the road from me. And he said, yeah, man, that's what we grind our hamburger meat out of, is the bottom round. A lot of people use chuck, and it's a very flavorful meat, but I've got to have it for this video. I said, okay, well, how much is it a pound? He goes, let me look, $6.99 a pound. Whoa, for bottom round?
You can keep now.
And I'm like, yeah, you ought to see how much your filet costs. I'm like, yeah, but filet is filet. So bottom round is like one of the trashiest pieces on a cow, And I said, how much is the average weight of that? He goes, well, hang on. This one's 16 pounds. I looked it up, did the math. That's $111 for a bottom round for my video, which is not going to break the bank, but it is way too much for that cut of meat. I'm like, all right, man. So I'll let you know. So I'm like, that's ridiculous.
This is going to be my dinner, breakfast, and lunch right here. One potato. I got one potato.
Hey, one tater. Killing me. Talk about pizza and I talk about bringing up potatoes.
I told him, I said, man, I can get brisket cheaper than that bottom round, which is
get everything cheaper now. I can get
I said $6.99 a pound. That's ridiculous, dude.
So now this place I go to, Smart and Final. So it's a half-ass restaurant supply and open to the public type of deal. Okay, meat prices are much, but they sell all bulk stuff. So I got, like I said, I got the tri-tips. I got 5 of them. It was all bulk. All right, you can get full briskets, and if you want to spend that kind of money, just like anything else. But I'm in there, Russ, and they had the butt end of the filet mignon. Okay, so I'm looking at the prices of it, and I'm seeing one. This is like a week or two before I went back in, and they were like $56 for this almost 4 pounds, 3 pounds, I guess. I go in there one day, and I felt like a thief in the night. I go in and I look. I'm like, get the hell out of here! And I picked it up. I had my camera. In fact, I took videos of it. One was $9 and the other one was $10. I threw them in. I didn't get nothing else. I threw them in the cart and I headed to the cashier.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for security right around me. I paid for it. Get home. Okay. I took it out of the package. Cut it. I was like, it's static. Cut it all up. I vacuum seal it. Put some in the freezer. And I said, this is going to be a nice video, because it's all about sometimes with me with the money.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. How you can save and everything else like that. So I make this video. Right? I always make a video and I put it up before the date, and this way we can look at it and this and that. I can always take it back down again and redo it.
Sure.
So my wife's sitting at the edge of the couch and she's looking at it. And she says, Tommy, that doesn't say filet mignon. It says pork spare ribs. They mislabeled it.
Oh,
so
okay.
They put
you never looked at the label. You was just looking at the cut. Okay.
At the cut and at the price. Whoa. Okay. So I got it for $20. The two pieces cut them up. But she caught it. One other guy watched it. What's his name? Barbecue Mike G. He caught it. He says, "Hey, how was them ribs?"
Yeah, that happens, man. I hear that all the time. People say, look at this, whatever it is, a steak, let's say. Man, this looks like prime, but it's labeled as choice. And that thing would just be speckled all with that looks like prime. More likely labeled wrong, that or it's borderline prime. There is a range on choice. You go from select to choice to prime. So there's a fine line sometime between the two, but I watch videos, say that's prime all day long, man. You can just look at it and tell,
One time, guys, I was at a New Year's Eve party and I'd done some smoked chicken wings, which is one of my favorite foods on this planet.
Mine too.
Bro, I'm telling you, because you can go so many different flavor profiles. You can go so many different ways with them,
And textures.
And they're easy to cook and they're easy to manage. I took about 4 dozen over to this party one night. It was New Year's Eve and everybody's drinking and dancing, having a good time, hot tubbing, whatever. It's
Shante,
a nice,
how you doing?
80-degree night here in North Texas, Clothing optional, of course, And the guy that was hosting, his wife, she jumps out, she brings out this huge tray of wings to everybody, and there were several people who brought food. I mean, we were multi-coursing all night long. And so it came around, everybody's getting chicken wings, and everybody's sitting there just, Russ, I don't know about you and Tom, but for me, I don't want you to sit there and tell me how good my food is, because you could be lying to me. But if you're sitting there eating my food and either you're grunting, you're moaning, you're making some sort of unintelligible sound, or you're just silent, I know you're telling me the truth.
Right.
These people were it was like eating a Japanese steakhouse. And the lady who's standing there buck naked, by the way, she's got nothing on but an apron, right? She's buck naked. You can tell she's naked. She's got this tray. She's standing over the tray, just eating this big, and I use the big N-shaped chicken wings, the 3-piece wings. She's like a carnivore. And she looks up, she's got barbecue sauce all over her face. She goes, "These are the best ribs I ever ate in my life." Because they're smoked. They tasted like ribs to her because they had barbecue sauce on them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree, man. You know, you can read people when they're trying your stuff to know if it's legit or not, you know, just by their reaction, like, oh my God, you know, start cramming it in.
Good is good, no matter how you add it up. So,
Or if
Yeah.
they don't say anything, or if they're grunting and groaning, like, and they look at it, they take another bite and they have this bewildered look, like, what the hell am I eating? And then when they start grunting and groaning or moaning, you got them. You know, you got them. You know.
that was my other pet peeve. I mean, wings out here in this area, I guess, I don't know, the hotels must be getting them. Well, I don't know. But $50 for 5 pounds, $10 a pound.
Good God.
I'm not doing it, but yet I can get eight chicken thighs, bone in, skin on. Okay. So you know what I do? I cut them up, make them look like chicken wings. I'll put them bad boys in the smoker, sour them up a little bit, and bang, they're good eating. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
But yeah. I mean, the prices.
Well, for your restaurant, you got a supplier, I would imagine, huh? Where you get all your meat and stuff, or
I'm retired now. I haven't done that in quite a few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. No, and I don't do. I'm out in Las Vegas. I live in Las Vegas now. So
right. Yeah, prices are ridiculous, man. But I try to find a bottom round flat here locally. Now we have not been to Rouse's, which I want to go to, because if anybody's going to have it, they would. But if not, I'll probably be forced to either go to that butcher shop. I called another one, 4 Bulls, over here in Ocean Springs, and he said, "Oh yeah, we got them." He goes, "I can have it here Friday. You want it?" I said, "Well, how much is it a pound, and what's the average weight?" You know, and he goes, "Oh, I don't have that information." He goes, "I'll call you back tomorrow." I never heard back. So I want to find out what that is, and I might buy it from him, whichever one, you know.
Have Porter Road sent you one. Have Porter Road sent you
I don't think they got a bottom round flat.
Really?
Yeah. I've never seen one listed. It's not a cut that you would use that much for. I mean, they do a lot of offcuts and things that, like the pork brisket and novelty type things, you know, and things like that. I mean, they might could source it out. I don't know, but I've got to have it next video. So I will have to buy it locally, regardless of where I get it.
I use bottom round for my beef jerky. You know, I've got a video.
Yeah.
I made some beef jerky last year, and I'm just now recovering all the video from when I made my beef jerky.
That'd be great for that.
I use bottom round.
Great for that. It's got a lot of fat on the top of it, but not that much intramuscular fat.
And that's what you want. You want it like clean, you know.
Right.
In Philly, they would take that and trim it up. Everybody thought they were using ribeyes, but when the prices started going up, they took the bottom, semi-freeze it, slice it, put it on a slicer, and chip it. Okay, and that's what they would make their steak sandwiches out of.
Yeah,
but, super thin.
I could use an olive round for this video, but I don't want to do that because it's more of a copycat video of a famous place in Baltimore, and I want to do what they do.
You're doing a canned beef?
You're doing black and blue, aren't you?
I'm doing. Have you ever heard of Chaps in Baltimore? Chaps pit beef.
No, you're doing a black and blue pit beef, aren't you?
I am.
I knew it. Black and blue. I knew it.
I am. And that thing's going to be rare as hell when it comes off of there, but
burnt on the outside.
That's it. And you cut it thin. If somebody wants a rare meat, there it is. It's ready to go. All right. If somebody wants a medium rare, you take a handful of that you're going to make for sandwich, put it back on the pit. After it's sliced, you bring it up to medium rare, you bring it up to whatever you want. If you want it well done, and it's so smart. And that guy, I mean, you got a big old hunk of meat, 16 plus pounds. You can't satisfy, I want it rare, I want it medium rare, I want it well done. So you do them all rare, and then you slice off what you're going to need for that sandwich. Take that and pop it back on the pit to bring it up to that. Plus, it gets more infusion of flavor and all by doing that, you know. And I'm like, that is so smart. But I'm going to do a copycat of Chaps pit beef.
Okay. We used to do that.
That's my next video. I'm doing it on that Pits and Spits flat top grill. That is perfect because it really mimics their pits. They have cinder block flat top pits, and these things are fired up, man, screaming hot. that thing is just charred black. And I'm gonna tell people before I ever put it on there, I said, okay, this is to stop the comments from rolling in.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear any comments that you burnt it, because trust me, it's gonna look burnt when it comes off here.
In the restaurant we had
it's gonna be like 110 degrees.
Yep.
You know.
In the restaurant we had a Sunday brunch, and we used to do the whole leg.
Steamship called a steamship round.
Yeah, steamship round. We did that whole thing like that, but that was the same way. Bloody rare in the middle. Okay, and had the guy
carving line
carving it, and what we did was, oh, that's too bloody rare. And I had a bucket of au jus.
Yeah.
On a little, I take the tongs. I had the guy take the tongs, dip it in, take it out. How's that look? Okay, good. Because we didn't have the burn right there.
I've got a video where I've done that same thing. It was a pit beef sandwich, but it wasn't Baltimore. I knew not to name those Baltimore pit beef because I didn't cook it like a Baltimore pit beef, but I put it in that jus and brought it up to her as a medium rare, then built my sandwich.
Yeah. Ain't that funny how, Russ, ain't that funny how you know what you want to say about it, but you're going to have somebody say something. That's not Baltimore.
Yeah. So I'll say it up front before I ever put it on that pit. And the one thing they do is you got that big layer of fat on that one side. They'll have that fat looking totally black. Then they'll cut that fat off on that one side, and they'll throw that fat right back on the grate and let all that fat infuse back, and they'll flip it over where they just call that fat and let that blacken up. Then they'll just cut it in half and start slicing it. Why it's extremely rare, you know.
You know, Rush.
If it was done anymore, you couldn't chew it.
You couldn't. It's such a tough cut. I mean, but if Russ, you've ever,
you could do a rump roast, couldn't you? That kind of an octagonal shape.
I could, but he uses bottom round, and it's a copycat video.
Okay,
so I want to do what I could do it with an olive round, which olive round done that way, it melts in your mouth. It's like cotton candy. It's so stinking tender. For such a tough cut, you know, but you cut it so thin against the grain, and you can stack it up as high as you want, but it's just tender.
All right,
you know.
Official, Russ. Tell your son I'm coming in to move in with him because I know you spend more time at his house than you.
I do, man.
That's it.
I edit videos here, and I do all this kind of stuff here. I shoot videos over there, and you know, that's just what I do. And this is it.
I'll be the fire pit boy. I'll make sure your pit's fired up and cleaned out, and you can do the rest.
See, Russ, there's not places like that no more. You know what I mean?
No, there's not, man. But
I mean, it's a shame because I would get done work. Let's give a little perspective here. I get done at 2:30 in the morning because that's with the bar closed at 2. We'd serve from 5 to 11. That's how late the kitchen was open. And then I would do a bar menu, but it was mostly stuff that I had left. If I had baked potatoes left, I'd do stuffed potatoes. Would stuff them with cheese and bacon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, my bread that was left over, I'd make pizza bread. Okay. Then I would make. I started making. And this is going back and I would take the tortillas and I make bar pies, pizza. I'd use up my sauce and cheese and stuff. Anyway. And then we would get in the car, a couple of us, and go to the city. It was like maybe 30, maybe 40 miles away from New York. I go to Little Italy and sit down, and I'd have galamad and shrimp and clams and, until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then go home. But you don't have that you don't have that no more. Everything's fast food.
Yeah.
Everything's.
Well, Quint is saying I use Porter Road bottom round for beef jerky. So they do have bottom round, but is it the whole flat? Or is it just a portion of it?
Hey, hold on.
I need the whole flat. I need it from one end to the other.
You weren't even supposed to acknowledge him. He says, I don't think they're looking at the chat. We're supposed to just keep snubbing them.
Okay, yeah. I read that too.
Everything, but
y'all stay safe and take care.
You got the cooks. We don't shut up, dude.
Yeah, we haven't been watching the chat too much. My bad. Let me back up here.
Okay.
So Porter Road does have bottom round, but I'll have to go to the website after this and see if they have the full flat.
Plus, you want to support your local guy if you can,
Yeah, that's true. and I want to put my eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at Porter Road, I have not been disappointed with them, other than maybe them little thin ribeyes. But for the most part, they're pretty legit. You know, beautiful, man.
I got a message from them the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, for me to contact some guy. I don't have it with me now. I have to look it up.
Man, when does the rain stop? Day 5. I don't know, Lance. You're getting what we had all summer long, and it's been beautiful weather here for over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and it's not supposed to rain for another 10 days. So I'm loving it. Finally,
it's cool here. Cooler here. It's in the morning, high 60s, I guess.
Yeah, it's been getting down to 60s at night. We had a few nights where it dipped down the upper 50s and warming up to like the low 80s, but no humidity, man. I've been loving it. Today was the first day out of 2.5 weeks that there was a few clouds lingering around. I could feel it a little bit of humidity, but not bad. I never broke a sweat over there, even with that pizza oven roaring.
You enjoying yourself too.
Oh, yeah. Now Derek wants to put it on the porch and use it for a heater in the wintertime, you know, because he's seen all that heat blasting out there. It's got that front lid. I said, whoa. So I put that lid so to build up inside the oven. And I said, dude, this would be perfect. But you got to build the fire to the left-hand side of it because it's got a special side that's built up. Right? Well, it's reinforced on that left-hand side for the fire to be. You know what I'm saying? And you got to build it there, but stand in front of it, all that heat's blasting out. I said, it don't matter where you got it, really. But don't put it in the center. Don't put it over here. Don't screw up my oven, damn it. Now, it's made out of some of the best stainless steel on the planet. The interior, the part that gets hot, it's a 441 stainless, which is formulated for high heat, no stress. It's like resistant to heat, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the outside is all 304 stainless, like half the world uses. 50% of the stainless used is 304, but the internal is a 441, all welded too, not spot tacked here and there. This thing was built right. 5 inches of insulation. Hello, Rusty. Sheena's Keto for Life. I don't know who she's talking to. That's my name, but
Rusty
Bent. Rusty Bent, but not broken. Rusty Bent, but not broken. That's a cool name.
I'm thinking that same company where you got that from, they make other ovens too. I think they make regular commercial ovens that they sell over here.
By Scoggett.
They might. They're made in Italy.
Yeah. So, I mean, because just before, right after the pandemic, they were supposed to have a. They always, every year out here, they have in the Venetian, they have a convention for pizza.
Yeah.
About pizza. And then they had it at the Coliseum over here also. But this was a company that came from Italy, and you look at every pizzeria joint in Vegas here, they have this oven. It's a round dome, but it's a commercial one. But the one I looked at the one you have, and I said, that name sounds familiar, and I bet you they were out here for that.
Most companies would be foolish not to offer commercial ovens as well. And everything you find on their website is going to be towards the consumer, but they've got to have a commercial end to be worldwide like they are. Yeah. They have a Fontana Forni USA too, where they distribute out of, but they're all built in Italy.
If you get a chance, okay, you want to look at a cool video on YouTube about pizza, starting with pizza. Go to the oldest pizzeria in New York City. It's called Lombardi's.
Oh, I've heard of that. Lombardi's. Okay. Yeah.
But they got a video out. I tell you what, it's cool as hell to see the way these guys started out. Okay.
I'll have to watch it.
It's all coal. In fact, I think to this day, it's still the only one that's allowed in the city that has a coal-fired oven.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. The only one left because of the EPA bullshit. But it's cool. I tell you what, it is cool as hell. It's a good video to watch. And then once you watch that, it'll start kicking into different other ones.
Sure.
Different places. And
Yeah.
you get some good tips on what they do different, to make the dough and stuff like that.
I'll tell you what, I found a channel during all my research that I didn't know was out there, but unfortunately, he doesn't post that often. He's got just a handful of videos out, but they're all great tutorial type videos. And you can tell by talking to this guy, or not talking, but listening to him, that he's not in this country here, just from his accent. But man, he really lays it out there. He explained cold fermenting the pizza dough to a T, and he even uses he had his head eating sugar, like
I seen that
like
guy.
yeast does, and it's just row after row of him sitting there scarfing his face, and he showed like when it gets cold, this yeast is starting to put their jackets on, and he ain't eating as much, he ain't doing as much. Then the enzymes kick in, to where the enzymes catch up to where he's at. And that's what really starts building structure in your pizza dough, is that cold ferment. Man, I have never seen nobody lay that out there as good as he did.
My
name is,
mother-in-law.
I think he's from Germany because of the hyphens or whatever above some of the letters, but it's Stratton. Am I saying that right? Let me see if I can find his YouTube channel real quick. He doesn't have a lot on there, but this guy is really impressive.
My mother-in-law used to make her dough, okay, and she would rice potatoes to put the potato starch and a little bit of the potato into the dough itself. You talk about a nice, light, airy type of dough that she would make, but it was so long and drawn out. I mean, by the time I've said it in 3 or 4 days, I want freaking pizza tonight. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. What I did notice from doing that for 40 hours, that dough was so relaxed.
Yep.
It was almost too relaxed. So I'm not used to that. I've done pizzas on my channel. Stadler. The Stadler Made is the name of it. Stadler, Stadler Made. He's got 107,000 subscribers. And I can count almost all of his videos on 2 hands. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's got 16 videos only. And there's from 1 year ago. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me click on this. It goes from 5 years ago to 2 months ago. That many videos, and has 107,000 subs. That tells you how good this guy is right there.
You think he's doing something right?
It sounds like Grumpus, man.
I'm telling you, if you're wanting to learn how to do it right, check that guy out. And I followed his recipe to a T. You'll see it if you watch this video that I'm getting ready to release. Hopefully tomorrow night.
Bye, Sheena. Sheena's going to get naked for her own live. She's gonna do a naked live, I think.
Sheena's
He's got a beard.
She get naked on live?
No, she's not. I'm just
wait, man. Let me sub to her.
Oh yeah. There's also 2 Italian. Well, one guy died. There's 2 Italian guys that are older. That I think I can't remember the guy's name, but one of the chefs on TV. They got hooked up with his channel, but they do off the wall Italian dishes and stuff like that. I mean, they'll take a tomato, break the tomato down, already have the dough going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just take that one tomato and spread it out on the. He go. You don't need a bigger pizza. You have one of the little smaller pizzas, one a little tomato, little onion, and put the sauce.
That's what I did today. I did like one 12-inch, and I did like 2 10-inch pizzas, very small. And because there wasn't a lot of us, it wasn't no sense making big, gigantic pizzas.
It's a
two of them were like this. One of them was a couple inches bigger.
I got this guy. I'll be checking him out also.
Well, it's almost Osabuco season.
Is it?
Almost Osabuco season. And that would be a great thing to do in your pizza fired oven is ossobuco.
I've never done that, period, on my channel. Now, I have done beef shanks before, but not like that. I did them in a different recipe, you know.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Russ. Next time I'm going to Florida, I'll stop down through, because I always got to go through Mississippi to go to Florida. I'll stop down.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
And I'll have it FedExed into us from New Jersey, which is this veal company up there. And they'll ship us veal shanks cut up in 2-inch or 3-inch heights, whatever we want. And I'll show you how to make a proper ossobuco.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, allow yourself enough time to like stay in Mobile to where we can do all that on camera, man, on my channel.
Well, it's always either Mobile or Meridian or somewhere, somewhere right around there.
Yeah. Yeah, Meridian is like up from me, but Mobile is 45 minutes from Biloxi, where I live here in Mississippi. But Mobile, Alabama is where my son lives. But we could arrange if you could stay, like we plan a day to shoot, if you could get a room on your trip and or whatever. Yeah, I'm just thinking ahead here how we could pull that off, because all my cooking stuff is over there.
I got you.
Saying that, but could definitely have you on a video doing exactly that, man.
Or at the hotel I'm staying at, we could actually maybe use their kitchen.
Oh, we could do that, yeah. But the cameras, everything's over there is what I'm thinking. But
okay.
Yeah,
put that on.
He's my camera guy. I don't fool with cameras when I'm shooting. He does everything. He controls 3 different cameras. And then a 4th one would be my iPhone, just for another angle. Matter of fact, there's a lot of iPhone footage on the video I'm doing that I did today, because we could really get inside that pizza oven and show the fire coming over and all this stuff. These other ones are on tripods. It was possible, but it was a lot easier to do it with a 4K iPhone. A lot easier.
Know it well.
Plus, it blends into my other cameras well,
I lost a brand new camcorder into a pot of soup.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, the camera I guess I didn't have it tied down good enough or whatever. And I bent it up like that and boop, bloop, right in the soup. I said, cut, we're done.
I'm trying to remember what I did with them pork shanks. I think I did a stew or something with it. I can't remember exactly. That was a couple of years ago. It's on my channel, but man, that's some good beef. Oh my God. So rich and beefy tasting.
Rusty, I do mine with veal shanks. I try to do with, or lamb. You can do it veal or lamb or beef, I suppose, but most people do beef. But I like to do veal or lamb. And what I'll do is I'll make a bed of polenta, right? Polenta, and then we'll braise that pork shank down. You would fire it first, right, with all your vegetables. And then you basically braise it down to where it's tender, and then you place it on that polenta. So when you get a bite of that veal, it just falls apart. All that carrageenan and the gels and all that come out, and you eat that and you dip it in that polenta. Oh, forget about it.
Oh, I hear you. And polenta is basically grits, but
it's grits. It's grits.
It's a different. What is it? One is white corn and one is yellow corn. Which one is polenta? I done forgot.
I just made a grits short 2 days ago. I just made grits with bacon and serrano chilies on top. It was really
okay. One of my favorite meals is like shrimp and grits.
Absolutely.
Man. Love it. I currently have 4 beef shanks cut, also buco in the freezer. Nice.
My video tomorrow, I get these pork cushions.
Pork shanks.
And I did a stew. Pork stew with it. That was outrageous.
What was it?
Pork cushion. I buy these pork cushions. That's just by the shoulder.
Okay.
So it's the muscle. If you don't do it, I cut them. Sometimes do the whole thing. You can pull them. I'll cut them up. I made some schnitzel out of them. Banged them out. Made them pretty big that way. Out of one cushion, I got 3 meals out of it. And then just towards the back end of it, I chopped that all up, put it in my my black Dutch oven, and I made a stew. I put a little bit of barbecue on it, some stuff. It was good. It was really good.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
get that there.
Well, look, guys,
When I
I'm
lived
on.
in Germany, when I was a little kid, we went to the schnitzel factory. I lived in Stuttgart. And back then they used veal cutlets. They pound them out real thin, paper thin.
Yep.
And man, they would deep fry it, do the egg and the breadcrumbs. And man, I'm telling you, these things were, I mean, you know, they hang over the plate and they would just squirt lemon on top. That was it. A little bit of parsley on the plate and you'd eat that. Man, I remember I was a little bitty kid. I was scrawny, man. I was little bitty. I was way underweight, way undersized. I ate 2 plates one night and went to Schnitzel Factory. I never knew what veal was, but I couldn't get enough of it. I was just, and my parents thought I was having a seizure. I was like, give me another.
We used to go through a lot of veal in back then. I mean, I used to break down at least 4 legs a week.
Yeah.
Okay. And
can't find it.
Now you can't even touch it. That's why I use the pork. I use the pork tenderloin. I beat that out. And, it's a shame. It really is a shame. And my whole thing this year is going to be where I'm going to take all the recipes that I had, okay, and keto them up. And like I said, it's basically getting rid of any kind of sugar and cut back on the carbs. That's it. It's not rocket science, but that's the way I'm doing it. But it's starting to become hard right now to find good cuts of meat. It really is.
Good boy, Russ. I'm proud of you. Hold on. Wait, Russ.
2-fisted.
Wait, hold on. I only got that many.
Quint Nelson, I also have a Thor's hammer in the freezer. Yeah, buddy.
Now you're talking. All right, guys. Well, we had a good little talk. We went over 2 hours. I think that's a good start, right, for a live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to bail on you guys anyway because I've still got to transfer the rest of my clips to my editing software and everything. But I've enjoyed it, man. Just hanging out a little bit.
On, guys. I appreciate you very much for giving me some sort of validity to this thing. I didn't know how this was going to go. So,
John, one step at a time, bro. Just one step at a time.
You know?
Heck yeah.
It'll get there. You'll get there.
And my tripod, I got a tripod here,
Yeah, you're good like that.
Yeah.
That's something I like during the cold months is like a cheesy potato soup, man. I love that.
Yeah.
See, you guys are ruining me.
Extra scalp. Hey, forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. We used to be over there, and I'm over here. Hey.
All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, everyone in the chat, thank you for coming supporting us tonight. We appreciate it. You guys, don't forget, we'll be here next time. I don't know when that's going to be, but thank you to Russ Jones and thank you to Tom Garvey for coming in and helping us out tonight. We love you.
Like and subscribe, man. Hit that button.
Yeah, hit the button. Well, look, if Tom says you got to do it, you got to do it. What do you?
Hit that button.
What are you waiting on?
Well, if Russ got something to say, you better listen to Russ. He's the guy too. I mean,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, what are you waiting on? Hit that button. Smash that button.
That's right.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much, man.
Take care. Russ, take care of yourself. Johnny, be good. And it's a song, ain't it?
Oh, yeah, Johnny, be good. That's it.
See y'all next time, guys.
Later.
Bye.